Today's news are: Jimin gave up his cell phone time to help other soldiers and buys them food. K-pop's problem with stalkers. Jimin might be discharged from the military earlier. How Suga treats his backing band differently than other K-pop idols, and more BTS news. Jimin and Jungkook officially concluded their basic military training and became trainees on January 17th, after starting their enlistment on December 12th. Reports indicate that they joined duty at the 5th Infantry Division Recruit Training Center in Yeoncheon on January 18th. Coincidentally, they will be joining Jin, who is currently serving there as an assistant instructor. Simultaneously, on January 18th, a Twitter account shared a story translated into English about Jimin's kindness, originally told by a fellow soldier. This soldier recounted how Jimin would often forgo his own phone time, allowing others to communicate with their families for longer periods. The soldier's sibling detailed Jimin's gestures of buying additional food and sacrificing his phone time to assist his comrades. The immense kindness shown by Jimin deeply touched ARMY, leading them to praise him as a guardian angel for his peers. Another account from the same day involved a soldier who praised Jimin for his assistance during their training. This support was instrumental in the soldier graduating among the top 10 of his class. His family personally thanked Jimin and his parents during the graduation ceremony. The soldier described Jimin as humorous, handsome, and possessing a genuinely kind smile. Parents of other recruits also expressed their gratitude towards Jimin, who appeared deeply moved by these gestures. Following this training, recruits are assigned to various battalions or divisions for their service. As per a new rule introduced on July 3rd and reported by Yonhap News, recruits are allowed 1 hour of phone time on weekends and holidays during their training, making any extension of this time particularly valuable. Learning about Jimin's sacrifices for his fellow soldiers deeply moved his fans and followers, who took to Twitter to express their admiration for his selflessness. On the day of their training completion, January 17th, Jimin and Jungkook marked a significant milestone in their careers. To celebrate this, Jimin penned a heartfelt message on Weverse, the official fan community platform. Additionally, during the graduation ceremony, Jimin received a merit award from the division commander, an honor bestowed upon the top trainee. This award usually comes with benefits such as early promotion and a short vacation, highlighting the significance of this achievement. During the graduation event, Jimin was acknowledged as the top trainee in his unit by the division commander, and was honored with the prestigious Honor of Exemplary, accompanied by a commendation from the Chief of Division. The news of Jimin's exceptional performance and his receipt of the Honor of Exemplary sparked an outpouring of pride and celebration among fans on social media. Being recognized as the best and top trainee in his unit by the division commander is a significant honor. This distinction is given only to those military trainees who have excelled in all aspects of their 5-week basic training. His exemplary service and achievements serve as an inspiration to fellow soldiers. Photos of the idol, shared by Jimin's father on the Magnet Cafe's Instagram account, also went viral. The BTS fandom swiftly celebrated Jimin's achievements on social media, lauding him for receiving the honor of exemplary and graduating as the best trainee in his unit. They reminisced about Jimin's consistent academic excellence from his school days, where he not only scored high marks but also served as the president, demonstrating his persistent pursuit of excellence in all life's facets. Fans expressed their pride in Jimin's continued dedication, talent, and determination to excel, highlighting how he has consistently left a mark of excellence in every endeavor. This recent achievement only adds to the growing list of his accomplishments, as he is now recognized as the best trainee in his unit, receiving both the honor of exemplary and a commendation from the Chief of Division. On January 18th, Samsung unveiled new promotional posters featuring BTS leader RM, along with members Jimin and Yoongi, for the latest smartphone model, the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This collaboration marks an ongoing partnership since 2020, starting with Samsung's S20 model, as BTS has been serving as the brand ambassador for Samsung. The relationship between Samsung and BTS dates back to 2020, where they have jointly promoted various Samsung products, including the folding devices and the Galaxy S20 series. Notably, in July 2020, Samsung introduced the Galaxy Buds Plus BTS Edition and the Galaxy S20 Plus BTS Edition. In the recent promotional material, RM is featured with the Galaxy S24 Ultra in titanium violet. He is dressed in a black suit in one image and a black jacket paired with a white t-shirt in another. It was noted by fans that the violet shade of the phone closely resonates with RM's favorite color, indigo, which is also the title of his debut solo album. Suga is represented in the campaign endorsing the Galaxy S24 Ultra in titanium yellow. The images capture Suga holding the new model, exuding a captivating presence. Jimin is also part of the campaign, showcasing the Galaxy S24 Ultra in titanium black. Additionally, a special video message featuring Jimin was released on June 12th in celebration of BTS's 10th anniversary and highlighting the features of the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Samsung Electronics further expanded its collaboration with BTS by releasing a brand film titled Suga on October 11th. In this film, Suga is shown demonstrating the use of the Freestyle 2nd Gen, Samsung's latest portable projector. RM also made an appearance promoting the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 on September 17th. Meanwhile, BTS has been on a temporary hiatus from group activities since Jin's enlistment in the military in December 2023. The other members have been using this break to release their solo debut albums and sequentially enlist in the South Korean military. By December 12th, all members of BTS had begun their military service. On January 17th, HYBE made an exciting announcement about hosting a listening party for BTS member Jimin's debut solo album, Face. The first session took place on Stationhead on January 17th at 10 p.m. ET, and a second session was scheduled for January 18th at 11 p.m. ET. It's noteworthy that Face was originally released on March 24th. This announcement was received with great enthusiasm by the BTS fandom, particularly as it coincided with the day Jimin graduated from his military training. Jimin's Face marks his first foray into solo music. The album, which delves into pop, urban hip-hop, and R&B genres, was released on March 24th through Big Hit Music. It was crafted with the collaborative efforts of producers P-Dog and Evan. The album, featuring an orchestral track and 5 songs co-written by Jimin, draws inspiration from the profound impact of the pandemic and the ensuing isolation. The BTS fanbase expressed surprise and delight at the organization of a listening party for an album released 10 months earlier, especially during the artist's military service absence. Fans of the Set Me Free Part 2 singer-songwriter showed their excitement on various social media platforms about this event. Stationhead, the platform hosting the listening party, is known globally for its live streaming and community building among music enthusiasts. It allows users to connect and engage with other fans globally, participate in live streams, call in, chat, and make requests. Moreover, a listening party on Stationhead is an effective way to generate organic streams. For instance, when a track from Jimin's album, Face, is played by HYBE, it will synchronize as a stream with the listener's connected Apple Music or Spotify Premium account. The more listeners tune in, the more streams the song garners, and there's also a reduced likelihood of these streams being filtered out on Stationhead. Fans took to Twitter to share their excitement and repost the announcement made by Big Hit Music. Some speculated that this sudden listening party might be a precursor to Jimin's anticipated second solo album. In related news, Jimin had previously hinted at working on multiple music projects. In December 2023, South Korean outlet Daishin Securities reported that HYBE label planned to release 3 solo albums in 2024, including BTS member Jin's debut solo album. The other members slated for solo releases were not disclosed at the time. CN Blue, a band that first made their debut in Japan in 2009 and later in Korea in 2010, has shared some promotional periods with BTS, the third-generation K-pop group that debuted in 2013. Younghwa recalled how BTS always showed considerable respect towards them, and this mutual support has continued over the years. In 2023, when Suga from BTS embarked on his solo tour, Jung Younghwa made it a point to attend one of his shows. Following the concert, in a group chat involving Suga and the Korean singer-songwriter Lee Juk, they discussed Suga's performance. Both Younghwa and Lee Juk expressed their views that Suga exhibited a rock star side during his performance. During this conversation, Suga shared insights about his experiences with the backing band that accompanied him on stage for each show. He mentioned their pre-show ritual of sharing a drink of whiskey together. Suga elaborated that this kind of camaraderie was not common in Korea, as backing bands often receive different treatment. He explained that Korean companies usually prefer backing bands to remain unobtrusive during concerts, likening them to a painting in the background. He gave an example, stating that if a member of a backing band were to start nodding their head to the music, they would likely be asked to refrain from doing so. Suga expressed his disagreement with this norm, revealing that he sought to create a more relaxed atmosphere on stage. He encouraged the backing band to enjoy creative freedom during performances, allowing them to express themselves more freely. Yoonghwa resonated with this sentiment, acknowledging that backing band members appreciate opportunities to showcase their creativity. Suga emphasized his desire to highlight the coolness of bands and the importance of recognizing their talent and contributions. On January 17th, photographs of Jungkook dressed in his military uniform emerged online, believed to be from his military graduation ceremony held on the same day. Both Jungkook and Jimin successfully completed their basic 5-week military training and graduated with distinction. They are now set to be deployed to various divisions or units to fulfill their military duties, which typically last between 18 to 21 months. Despite fans' excitement at seeing Jungkook in uniform, there was a noticeable curiosity about the term private used in relation to his military rank. On January 17th, a social media account posted an image of Jungkook in uniform, where he was seen saluting, a part of the graduation ceremony ritual. The post included an image caption written in Korean, which translated to phrases praising Jungkook's cool demeanor, albeit noting his rank as a private. In most military structures, the rank of private is the lowest among enlisted men. In the South Korean military, the ranks are categorized into junior, enlisted, commissioned officer, warrant officer, and non-commissioned officer, with the commissioned officers further divided into general officers, field grade officers, and company grade officers. The structure of the South Korean military ranks used across the Army, Navy, and Air Force is influenced by the United States due to close military ties and the presence of U.S. forces Korea. Both Jungkook and Jimin hold the rank of private and are expected to advance through the ranks during their service, similar to fellow BTS members Jin and J-Hope, who have seen promotions since their enlistments in December 2022 and April 2023, respectively. Upon the release of Jungkook's images in uniform, fans expressed their curiosity on social media about the specifics of the private rank in the military. Others were captivated by the images of Jungkook in his uniform. It's pertinent to note that the rank of private varies across different countries' military structures. In the U.S. Armed Forces, for instance, the equivalent ranks are airman in the Air Force and sailor in the Navy. A private in the U.S., German, and French forces is typically subordinate to a private first class and then to a corporal. In contrast, in the Army of the People's Republic of China, a private second class is ranked below a private first class. Popular K-pop groups like Les Seraphim and ATEEZ are set to perform at Coachella, known as the largest music festival in the United States. The Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival, which has been a prominent event since 1999, is set to take place in the desert area of Indio, California in April. This festival, drawing over 200,000 attendees each year, is often considered the ultimate aspiration for many artists due to its prestige and grandeur. Last year, Blackpink achieved a milestone by being the first K-pop act to headline Coachella. Their initial performance at the festival in 2019 marked them as the first Korean girl group to grace its stage. After a 4-year break, they returned as headliners, and their performance became the most streamed at Coachella that year. The lineup for this year's festival, announced on January 16th, features K-pop idols prominently. Among them are Les Seraphim, ATEEZ, the band The Rose, and DJ Peggy Goo. Les Seraphim, having released their first English digital single, Perfect Night, last year, have continued to gain popularity, charting on platforms like Billboard and Spotify. They are scheduled for solo performances on April 13th and 20, indicating their growing global influence. ATEEZ is set to perform on April 12th and 19, making history as the first K-pop boy group to perform at Coachella. Following the successful charting of their second full-length album on the US Billboard 200, where it remained for 5 weeks, there is much anticipation for their performance. Additionally, South Korean DJ Peggy Goo, known for her international performances, and The Rose, a band that has seen success on global charts, are also slated to appear at Coachella. This lineup underscores the expanding global reach of K-pop and its artists. Renowned singer and actor IU is embarking on her first world tour in 5 years. Announced by EDM Entertainment on Wednesday, IU's IUHER World Tour concert will begin with 4 performances at the KSPO Dome in Seoul on March 3 and March 9-10. The agency hinted that the significance behind the concert's title will be disclosed at a later date. IU's tour is set to cover 18 cities across 12 countries, These include Newark, New Jersey, Atlanta, Washington, Rosemont, Illinois, and Los Angeles and Oakland in California. Additional venues are expected to be announced in the future. The last time IU held a concert tour was in 2019, titled Love Poem. Alongside her tour plans, IU is gearing up to release her new song, Love Wins, on January 24th, which precedes the commencement of her world tour. This release comes more than 2 years after her previous song, Pieces, generating excitement among her fans. IU recently shared posters and sneak peeks that seem to be from her forthcoming music video. The video will feature IU and her close friend V from BTS and is directed by Tae-hwa, known for directing the film Concrete Utopia, released last year. A recent ruling from the Seoul Central District Court has resulted in a suspended jail sentence for a South Korean woman who stalked singer-actress Jung Eun-ji. The court issued a 1-year prison sentence, suspended for 2 years, to the 59-year-old woman, identified only by her surname Jo. She was convicted under the Act on Punishment of Crime of Stalking. Additionally, Jo is required to pay a fine of approximately $75, complete 120 hours of community service, and attend a 40-hour lecture program designed to prevent stalking recidivism. Investigators found that Jo's actions towards the A-Pink member began in March 2020, when she messaged Young asking to be her butler or companion. In May of the same year, Jo followed Young on a motorcycle and was also found waiting for her at her apartment in April and July of 2021. After being warned by the police in 2021 to avoid contact with Young, Jo promised the star's agency that she would no longer send messages to her. However, despite this promise, Jo continued to send messages to Young through her phone and the Dear You Bubble private chat room service. This service was used by Young and other South Korean celebrities to interact with fans, especially during the social distancing measures of the pandemic. The ongoing harassment by Jo led Young to stop using this service. The court, in its verdict, stated that Jo's persistent messaging went beyond what is typically expected from a fan to a celebrity. The fact that Young had joined Bubble or Instagram for public communication did not imply her consent to any form of communication, the court emphasized. Under South Korean law, stalking can be punished with up to a 3-year prison term or a fine of over $22,000. Jung Eun-ji, 30 years old, first debuted in 2011 as part of the K-pop group A-Pink and launched her solo career in 2016. She also made her acting debut in 2012 in the TVN drama Reply 1997, where she was lauded for her authentic portrayal of a K-pop fan from Busan, which is also her hometown.